Welcome to the Bardic Cauldron, adventurers young and old, where daring adventures and terrible jokes are told. Welcome back, everyone, to our next session of Heroes of Theros. So glad to have you guys here with us this evening. Little friendly reminder that there's not going to be any Grim Hollow or Return to Ravenloft on Sundays anymore. Just too much for one guy to do, especially with me doing actual work on the side to maintain both lifestyles that I like to enjoy. So it is what it is. Just have to condense and not wear ourselves out. That's our goal for 2023. But with a brief recap, we'll get into tonight's session for the evening. I believe this is the song I want to use, and hopefully this song works. Dead air. Discord, here we go. And I have to make sure I loop it. Last time on Heroes of Theros, the Rowan Games continued with, before the events could transpire for the day, a quick visit from Arthos' sister, Alesta, basically, saying that she holds the contract for whatever business she may employ Arthos in. Taking more of a business role, hands-on, for the family. With that, the chariot race is ensued with a little help from your druid friend Celine. Sending help over from the Skull of Vale for a fight ensued as soon as the race started. With this almost furry, almost mixed between a Minotaur Satyr, Satyr definitely, with how the horns and the body is shaped, but with so much fur, you almost couldn't tell in the way that the horns almost curve up to a point. You almost missed the twists. As Fezzik is the winner of the event, and as well as also competing in the Pancration event against Aegeus one-on-one with Giant versus. Or did we not do the Pancration event last week? That's the only thing I don't remember. Did you guys already do that?
We did.
You guys did. Okay, that's right. And you were the victor of that as well. With your giant blood command at the right time. Again, someone who's been doing it his whole life. And quickly the party begins to gather as many allies as possible, getting a quick report from the group stationed outside of Odanus from the Olatan forces that are kept outside the bay, that there are undead gathering, but they are not moving outside of Odanus, as well as getting help from Thraxus, the red dragon atop Mount Veluz, that says that he'll stop by for a quick snack of a minotaur or two if he sees them come through his territory. He says he'll focus on them and leave the Akros soldiers if anything gets hairy. As well as connecting with Boris, trying to make sure that this door to the mausoleum is not open. This is where we start with our party right outside the door. I'll go ahead and put you on the map. You guys currently cannot see inside at the moment, but I will let you place yourselves. This is basically.
Wait, you're saying I can't see? But I'm bummed.
Yeah, I see terrible jokes.
Terrible jokes are like right there in the intro. You said there was going to be terrible jokes to it.
If anything, just picture. It looks like it's been carved into the mountainside, or a piece of the mountainside that is leaning over into Akros, and basically someone has made like a quick like stone door just big enough for somebody to go in and out comfortably while taking a casket. But you think now easier now because between him and Bones, they can load the dead that are not claimed in here. He currently has not opened the door. You see he is still he's kind of stood up, and you see he's kind of just looking at the door, looking back at you guys. Are you sure you want to go in? I can still keep this contained for another day.
I just have a feeling that it might be a good idea.
Alright, well, as long as that is what you want to do.
Question for either the DM or the group. Just going through my spells. Does anyone remember if I cast Sending on this day?
I don't think you casted it on this day yet.
Okay.
This is an hour before the final event. It's like, you got some time to
As I said, I cast a 3rd level spell, and I couldn't remember what I cast.
I don't think it's Sending, though. I don't think you did Sending. You may have done Bless at 3rd.
I don't have Bless, though.
You don't? Okay. Maybe not.
Oh. Huh. I wonder what I did. Good question.
Whatever. We'll just... I'll tell you what, since we say that we can't remember what spell you cast, I'll let you take it back. You can have that spell slot back. So...
Okay.
I think that's only fair.
I was going to say, unless I used it to cast Spirit Guardians right before we went in.
Because you guys haven't gone inside yet.
Did, though. No, but we were right there. And I was thinking about it.
I think you thought about it, but I don't think you actually said the words.
Okay.
It's one of those like, hey, do you want me to just walk in, cast Spirit Guardians? And I think that was the entire conversation.
Okay. Well, if you are allowing it, can I say that spell slot was to cast Spirit Guardians?
Yes, you may.
Okay, then I'm going to have my little spectral owls flying around me.
Okay, door's still closed. You watch as Boris goes ahead and twists his fingertip. You see they almost come down, almost like his wrist and palm is pointed out like he's trying to like break his wrist. Then you watch as he brings the fingers up, and then he puts his palm up, and you watch as almost like a black chain around the door evaporates. You can go in. I'll be right behind you.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Crusader's Mantle.
Beautiful. So you're concentrating on that?
Yep.
That's everybody, and everybody that's considered friendly, and 30 feet. Okay.
Does this place look like it would be big enough for me to use my belt?
So That's the thing, you don't know yet, because you guys haven't gone through the door.
Alright, I'll just wait then.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor preemptively.
Cool. Beautiful.
I do that at will.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you want me to do daylight? Because I don't think everybody can see in the dark.
Isaac and myself have dark vision.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it's just the that can't see. But Boris tells you it's dimly lit in here. So like you should be able to like go through, but it's dim light in here at all times.
So for us dark vision people, it's bright light.
Yeah.
Can we actually see through the door?
No.
Is it now open?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Then you watch as he goes ahead and reaches out with a key and unlocks the door. So not only did he have the key, an actual key, physical key on him, but he also cast the forbidden spell too. So he's like, two-factor authentication on this bitch. He's like, hey, just in case, just because you got past the spell does not mean you don't have the key to. And you see, he never mentioned that to you. But you now open it up, and did I move the red? I did not move the red sticker yet. Red sticker. So as you look inside, the answer to your question is you are probably, if you go big in here, you're gonna hit your head right through the mountain.
Okay. I will avoid doing that then.
Okay. So you guys can put yourselves, you guys are right here to start out. And I don't think I ever gave Boris an actual token. So, for the time being, because he is a ghost, we're gonna use Ghost Varius!
Who's Ghost Varius?
Nice.
Whatever happened to Ghost Varius? I forget.
He's still in.
He's still in Militus.
Oh, that's right.
At
Almost forgot the city.
At Kaya's cottage. So pretty much, like, he now runs the place for the most part. For those that still come in and want, like, the consultations and stuff.
I thought the place was burnt down, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, once it's rebuilt, they're talking about reopening it and maybe doing that again. But it's once everything gets better. And he gets money because it's kind of hard to get a job as a ghost person because not everybody's okay with just the spirit of some dead guy just walking around. So, but at most, the length of the ceiling is about 8 feet, and it's a pretty. I wouldn't say it's not a tight space, but it's not a roomy place either. So as you step forward, Fezzik, with your, because it's dimly lit. Currently, right now, you don't see any bodies up out of their supposed coffins. You see each coffin's kind of different, and it kind of just depends on what they had material-wise that day. There are you see some that are, basic, wood coffins, kind of made out of lumber. Then you see some are made out of concrete and stone, kind of just whatever. But you do see, though, as you pass by these tombstones, On each of them, there is a wooden symbol of what appears to be a religious symbol to Athreos on each of these. Currently, right now, you do not hear anything.
Does it look like they've been opened or tampered with?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh, 13.
13. With 13, you take a quick look down. From what you can tell, they are all locked shut. Each having like a quick padlock. So you see all the locks are on these. So you don't think nobody's messed with this one.
I want to take another couple steps up and then cast or use Eyes of the Grave and see if I can figure out where these undead are.
Okay. You definitely get a ping further down. You see kind of to the left, past where the lights turn the corner. Behind a couple walls, you do see the batch of undead. Kind of, they seem to be just pacing about.
So kind of like this direction?
More like this direction. Her.
Okay, I will convey that to the group. Forward and to the left.
Now, I have to ask this. Are you being stealthy about this, or are you just trying to move as quickly through this space as you can and not waste time?
I'll be stealthy. I'll try to be stealthy with my disadvantage.
I don't think it's going to really matter if we're stealthy or not. If they're undead, you can sneak around as much as you want. They're still going to detect us.
Yes, but we might get the jump on the first bunch.
Maybe. Doubtful.
I've only got 1 minute on Crusader's Mantle, so I don't want to waste too much time.
Then let's
We
get
either
it.
strike hard and fast, or wait until they strike us hard and fast.
And head in that
I say we-
direction.
Yeah, I say we just kind of storm in here. I mean, they're undead. They should not be. They should
Yeah,
be just
Thea's
dead.
got a lot of abilities that can help us with this.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm heading toward the ping.
Okay.
Let's go.
You pass by another set, and as you begin to turn the corner, over in this section right here, you can see some lids have been tossed to the side, almost just not really giving a damn really about where it was going to land. Like somebody just, it almost looks like somebody from the inside kicked the coffin out. And these bodies that are standing about, and they turn to look your direction. I am putting them where they are. I am just trying to find a basic, because they're not returned. So I don't want to use returned. For the time being, we're going to use these land pads. Because why
Oh,
not?
lovely.
And you, as you turn that corner, you watched as a couple of them seem to almost turn the corner to the right. A couple of them did. I'll say like 2 of them did. Give me a second. I rolled for these. Alright. Beautiful.
Okay.
And
Have we been noticed yet?
you have not been noticed yet.
Can I do something?
Yes, since you've not been noticed.
Okay, I am going to rush up to about here and turn undead.
Okay. What level are you at?
I'm level 9. At 8th level and higher, instead of destroyed, if it is CR1 or lower, it's destroyed instead of just being turned.
Does it still do the save? Or is it
This was
immediately?
Let's see. I think. One second. If it fails its saving throw.
Okay, if it fails the save throw. Okay. So, and what
Wisdom
is...
saving throw DC 15.
And what is the range?
30 feet.
30 feet. Do they have to see you?
Each undead that can see or hear me.
Okay, so I'll say definitely those 4 at the door can definitely see you.
Okay.
Alright, so 4 of those, correct?
Mm-hmm.
4 saving throws. You said wisdom?
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom 15. That's an 18, an 8, a 6. And I got one more. 11. Only 1 saves.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. And if they're challenge rating 1 or lower, they're just poof.
Yeah,
destroyed.
you watch. They just turn to look at you. What do they see when you turn undead?
I just hold my hands and my staff or my sickle out and say go, and little ghost owls just fly towards them, pretty much. What's the word? Disintegrating the ones that failed.
You watch as 3 of those owls impact, and almost as they impact, almost kind of like Thanos snap, dust. Leaving just the one right there.
Bring it.
Okay. I would say you guys still have a round on them. If you want to continue this, if you guys have things you want to do. And Boris...
I assume that does not count me because I just did a thing.
Yes, you did your
Okay.
thing. The other 3.
Cool.
I mean, I guess if I wanted to, I could probably make it up there and punch this thing.
If you want to.
I'm guessing it's close enough.
Oh yeah, he's definitely close enough.
I can do that.
Alright.
I don't think I'd want to have Thea just hanging out there by herself either.
Okay, beautiful. Alright,
So, do I get both my attacks or just one attack for her? Because I did a movement.
you can... So, how much movement did you have?
I have 40 feet.
Oh yeah, you could have got there with 40 feet. So yeah, you can do your whole... You can do your whole turn.
So I can still do 2 attacks?
Yes.
And a bonus action and everything? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Let's do a couple attacks here. We're gonna go punchy.
Beautiful.
That's the first one. That's the second one.
Okay, beautiful.
And that's with the Crusader's mantle on them.
Okay, beautiful. How much damage?
So, let me see. That's 11, 18 physical, and 6 radiant.
So 24? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's just my 2 attacks. I haven't
Okay.
done like a bonus action or anything like that.
Okay, it's still up, but it looks pretty hurt after that.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna blow a key point and do my flurry of blows.
Beautiful.
So we'll do 2 more punches.
Do it.
That's a 19 to hit and a 12 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay, so that's another 19 physical and 5 radiant.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
Punch, punch. Punch, 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 punch. Yeah, I guess I probably finish him off with like a nice little roundhouse to knock his head off, literally. Crunch. Are these more like zombie-ish, or are they skeleton-ish, or?
These are more zombie-ish.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do a nice swift roundhouse and brain him that way.
Beautiful. Thea, from right there, at the start of initiative, you can now see down this hall. Kind of ish.
Take ish. Ish is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, kind of like from that corner, that's what you can see. Like, oh, that's where the other two went.
Ish is good.
Yeah. Okay. Arthos. Anything for you? Or Fezzik?
I can't see anyone from where I'm standing.
Okay. Yeah.
No, even. Oh wait, I can get all the way over there.
Yeah, it looks like you can get like right behind Theo.
I have 35 feet of movement, so I can technically go near you guys.
Alright, so do it down the hall because remember these are walls, so it's
Hang on, let me
like what, like 15?
measure this correctly then.
Okay, yeah. So you could get how much movement do you have? 35? Okay. Yeah.
I can get there.
Yeah.
Would I be able to see anything from there?
I'm gonna say no, unfortunately.
Nope. I will hold my action to cast Eldritch Blast as soon as one of them crosses the corner
Okay.
or comes
beautiful.
around.
Okay.
I can get up to here.
Beautiful.
So
You can
I'll
move
step
40
one.
as well, huh?
Yeah.
I took
Needs a
feet
more.
for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got mobile feet. That's right.
Ah, nice. I have 2 speed demons
Boris.
for the battlefield.
Boris will get right here. Okay. Go ahead and you guys roll initiative. I don't think we'll need it, but go ahead and roll initiative. Okay.
Oh, I almost got 19 there.
Thea. And these guys. Damn, okay, that's actually not bad for. Then these guys got. Okay. Cantor. With Fezzik on deck.
Alright. I kind of have an idea where these people are now, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I want to move like right there between them both.
Okay.
So I'm basically just going to run around like this, and yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll hit this one first.
Beautiful.
So I get my 2 regular attacks.
Yeah.
Come on. So, first one, that's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, a 14 to hit. My mistake.
14. Yeah. 14 still hits.
Second one is another 14.
Okay, both hit.
So that's a total of 16 points of physical and 5 points of radiant.
Okay, okay.
So that's my 2 regular attacks. I'm assuming he's still standing.
Still standing.
Burn a key point so I can do my 2 more.
Beautiful.
Oh, come on. Boom. Boom. That's an 18 to hit and a 21 to hit.
Beautiful.
For a total of 19 points of physical and 5 points of radiant.
Okay. After that,
Is he still standing?
He's out after that.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to do a battle dice. I believe I should be able to do that still. For my... Oh, wait a minute here. Let me see here. So I did... Just making sure I've been following up here. So that's my first attack, second attack, Flurry of Blows, which is my bonus action.
Uh-huh.
Because I want to say I should be able to still do... I hit it with a melee attack, and once prioritized, attempt to damage another creature with the same attack. Choose another creature within 5 feet of the original. And if the original hit, which is a 21 to hit...
Yeah, hits.
Can hit this guy, then it would take damage equal to the number I roll my superiority die.
Okay, yeah.
So that is... Let's go back up here now. So he's going to take... is my... Come on.
Should be a D8.
Yeah, it is. So it's just 1 point, unless I get the radiant out of that too.
I want to say
Do I
yes. I'm going to say yes, only because you did, because it does hit them too.
Okay.
So I'll let you have the
And-
radiant too. So that's 4 points?
Total 4 points on that guy.
Okay, cool.
He's already been beaten up a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, Grah!
Beautiful. Anything else for you?
That's all for now. I'm saving the big hit for if there's any big bad uglies in here. These are just like regular deadheads. I'm not too worried about it.
Fezzik.
I'll run up to the other one.
It's like, he's already softened. Chaos and mayhem. That's what we are now.
19 hits.
12
Beautiful.
damage.
How much?
12 magical piercing, and he rolled radiant.
Oh, yep.
4 radiant.
There we go.
Okay. Still up. Yep.
There. 14 more piercing and then 1 radiant.
How do you want to do it?
Spike right through the head.
Alright. Beautiful. And
I'm just going to hold my hand up here next to you there, Fez. So we can do like a high five together. Smack, smack.
Alright. High five.
Like, there we go.
You guys are out of combat.
Alright, what else is around here? Those who can see. Because I doubt my perception is going to really do much down here. I mean, I guess I could try, but...
What's going on? What's in the room?
Some of these have been opened. You could see they've been tossed around. Looks like the lids themselves have just been... You see one, looks like has been almost... it's a wood coffin, and whoever was in this one punched right through it. You see shards of wood kind of scattered amongst it. Others have been just kind of like the more heavier stone ones kind of like tossed over to the side and kind of just hanging either close to the coffin or kind of like up against the wall.
I'm going to probably ask you.
Investigation or
Exactly. I'm going to say, is there anything weird about these bodies besides being kind of gooey now?
No, I mean, not at first look. But what did you say you wanted to do, Thea?
I want to investigate one of the coffins and see if there's any kind of weird symbol on it, either inside or out.
Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and make a perception/investigation, whichever is better for you.
Oh, definitely perception. 9.
9?
Nine.
I will.
9.
Okay. This is almost rudimentary. You would have had to roll a natural 1 for you to fail, basically.
Hey.
But this is basic. At least the symbol that you see. You can definitely tell that this coffin has some sort of necromancy spell casted on it. What sort of spell, you don't know. Because of the 9.
Fair.
But you can see at least the glowing. It almost looks like a horseshoe, but like instead of like shoes at the ends, they almost look like crooks, glowing green.
Huh. That's interesting. Is it on the inside or the outside?
It is on the inside.
On the inside. That's interesting. Okay.
Is there anything? I'm going to probably ask you, Thea, is there anything on the bodies?
I'll look at the bodies.
They have been cleaned out. There is nothing of note on these bodies.
On these undead that we just took
Yeah,
out?
these bodies, you could probably guess, were taken of any material belongings are gone.
Okay.
Some
I was
of
just
them
basically
weren't.
looking for was there like any marks on them? Was there any jewelry or something like on them or embedded in their skin or something? I mean, just make sure they weren't being like controlled by
Oh, no, yeah, nothing. There doesn't seem to be anything on them leaning towards that.
Okay.
I'm not all about desecrating graves, but do we want to check out a couple of these other coffins to see if there's markings inside of them?
Well, we might as well go ahead and do that while we're here. I mean,
Yes, possibly check one that isn't broken out of and see if there's one there.
Yeah, and I think we probably want to check more than just one, just to be safe.
agreed.
Maybe like 2 or 3 at least.
Oh,
At least to get an idea.
while you were down here, did you want to see your friend Pollux's coffin?
Yes.
Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I will take you to his. Once you're done with your investigation.
Right. I want to open one that's not been broken out of and see
Okay.
if it has that same symbol.
It has the padlock. You watch Boris come over. He, kind of now, you can now hear a rattle from his cloak and a big set of keys with numbers on them. Kind of just fall out. You see, he kind of takes the key ring, finds the number for that coffin, and unlocks it.
Boris, quick question for you. Do you have still the keys for these other coffins that have been busted open?
You see, he kind of goes through. No, they're gone. That's impossible. These are on me at all times. Even when I sleep, I have these on me.
We need to have an audit of the keys then, for sure.
Understood.
Let's open up a couple of these these other graves just to make sure, but we
Okay.
need to promptly get an audit of all the keys.
All right.
And if there's any other like tombs like this, mass tombs, we want to audit those keys as well. We need to audit everything.
As far as I'm aware, this is the only one. This one has sort of been kind of a pet project for a little bit.
None of the other temples in town here would have any crypts like this.
I mean, all right, look. There are rumors that there are tunnels underneath the temple to Keranos here. No one has been inside that temple since Queen Siamede vanished.
That's good information to know.
That's
We may want to make a note of that.
the lack of security in this city is insane.
Alright, look, you have to understand, we have a 14-year-old girl running our polis at the moment. I know she's doing really good job at
she's
some
doing
things,
amazing.
but-
She was served a steaming pile of poo.
and she's doing really good with it. But
She's no. I'm just like, kind of beside myself on some of these things. I'm just like,
understood. But
a lot of things that need to get taken care of.
and well, that would be something that I would suggest that you go do. I do not know where those tunnels are, but Queen Siamede had spoken about those tunnels before, at least to me, once before.
Okay. I might ask my Heliod followers and see if we can maybe get like a couple of the guardsmen to maybe, get like a small group, like 4 or 5.
Oh,
To at least
the
do
temple is right. The temple is right across from where you sleep.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. But
So,
we're gonna make
no.
sure
So,
it's taken.
You guys have been sleep. So okay. A quick little Akros geography. Let me pull up my map. You guys are currently kind of over here. This
Okay.
is where you guys are currently at. This is where Queen Taranika stays.
That's also where we've been staying,
That's
correct?
where you guys have been staying.
Uh-huh.
This is the temple. When I said it's right across, it's right there.
That
you guys
needs
have to pass through here to go past the Electoi, which is where Fezzik and his family all stay. To come down the steps to get to the lower city. But yeah, the temple.
Yeah, that's way too close for comfort. We need to make sure that gets locked down. As soon as we're done with this, I have a task I need to do.
If with any luck, we'll find an entrance to a tunnel in here.
I would not doubt that.
Alright, now that our geography lesson is done, anything else you guys doing down here?
Checking the coffins that weren't opened.
Coffins that were not opened, you check them thoroughly. The bodies are still there, and there are no glowing green symbols. There are 6 marked ones that are not glowing.
So there are 6 that have the marks, but the marks aren't glowing.
They are currently not glowing. Looks like somebody just painted them on.
Well, let's try to unpaint them on. Whoever has any ideas on how to do that.
Scrape it off.
You go to try to wipe it off. It looks like it is some sort of magic ink. Basically, somebody's glyph work is top notch.
Probably the only other solution here would be to break those lids, and unfortunately, that's going to leave these tombs open. But
Yeah. Can I make a intelligence or arcana check to see if like smearing fresh blood on these glyphs would disrupt them?
I will let you do. I'll let you do an arcana check.
I was going to say, can I try doing a religion check to think of anything, or?
And
You could try, but it would be significantly high.
I can understand that.
27's pretty good. You don't know how to do it yourself.
But there's probably some means to do it.
There are spells and rites that can be performed to prevent things like this happening. The hollow spell and stuff like that.
okay.
Well, that's
like-
probably something that Boris can do.
Boris looks at you, he's like, Theo's currently higher than me. I just kind of got stuck with the place.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You can do spells that I can't. We'll call it even. There's nothing I can really do. I mean, I have
So what's
gentle.
the- I was going to say, what's the worst thing that can happen if we smash these
Gentle
lids?
repose might work. Let me see. Let me look
It's
at.
touch though, so I would have to do it on every single one, and that's a second level spell.
Oh, yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Unless Boris can do a couple too.
I'd rather finish looking at this place.
He
Before I
does
burn a lot
not.
of spells?
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it prepared for the day.
Oh, that's all right. I don't have dispel magic prepared today.
I do. I can at least do two. I can at least do 2 coffins.
Let's
So
see if
we
there's
check the
anything
rest
else
of the place
nasty
out.
in this building. Then
All
we'll
right.
talk about burning spells.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
You wanted
ooh,
you wanted to
wait.
see Pollix's coffin.
Yes. Can I, real quick? I just want to send a cantrip sacred flame at one of these glyphs, just for the sake of argument.
Okay. You see, it kind of does begin to smoke, but then you think the level of the spell is higher than probably a cantrip.
It was a Hail Mary anyway. Onward.
All right. You see, he kind of turns the corner. You see it loops around. So, as you can tell, in certain areas, some parts of this place look newer than others. So when I get a new body, I take my pickaxe and I build through the mountain. Pollux is the only one down this way. Currently, he's the only one down here. Past this, it's just nothing but mountain, at least from what I can tell.
Let's see if he's still here.
You do see it does have a name, Pollux, a star burned too soon. You can see he also has a wooden little token with the symbol of Athros kind of laying on his coffin. This one looks like it's made out of copper. Looks like a bunch of just cheap copper coins just melted together to make this.
Is it closed? Is it broken?
It is currently sealed.
Can we open it?
He
Yep,
hands
I
you
would
the
like
keys.
to open this one.
Okay.
Third
Who's he
find the
handing
right
it
one?
to?
He hands the other keys.
Okay.
Assuming they're numerical, I find the correct key. Nope.
There is it says C1, C2, C3. That means crypt 1, crypt 2, crypt 3. Or that's basically what that's for him, that's what it means. So you find the one for this coffin. You put it in the lock. You open up the coffin to find it empty.
Well, I'm not surprised. Is there a glowing mark on this one?
There is nothing but the inside of the coffin.
Oh. I don't know what this means. It's not good.
Okay. He should not be gone either.
Clarification question. When we first encountered said undead, they were headed up in this direction?
They were milling about, kind of in this
Okay.
area. Now, the two that ran did head for that direction.
I want to ask Boris, is there more that way?
No, that is nothing but mountain past that way. Why?
Why would they go that way if there's nothing there? I want to go examine that stretch of wall.
Okay. You may make a perception or investigation check.
Always perception between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Can I guidance myself?
Yeah, of course you can.
Woo!
Everybody needs a little
guidance
guidance in their
myself.
life. Even if it's self-guidance. It may
My
not...
dice especially. What is with these low numbers today? Okay, so... Perception. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Math.
What was that?
14.
14? You see underneath one of the bricks, you just barely spot it. There seems to be a brick that's kind of there's almost, it looks like you see Boris kind of has done a pattern. The pattern's not the same at the bottom.
Hmm. I'm gonna point that out to the group.
That's not good.
I was going to do one last check in this casket though before I catch up with everybody, because you said that there was still like grave clothes or bed or whatever the body would be laid on, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I want to definitely like reach in there and make sure there's like no hole or anything, like a hollowed out bottom.
Yeah.
That there's nothing else that's in there.
Just the cloth. You grab the cloth and you feel the hard, very well made bronze tub.
Okay. Because that was like the last thing I wanted to at least check in here.
It is the sheet. It is a little damp. The sheet, because of the moisture and everything. You could probably guess that, but that's it.
Does it smell? Does it smell like just like regular moisture, like
Yeah.
mildew moisture?
Yeah. That's all it smells like.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing new. Kind of gross, but
Alright.
nothing new.
Okay. Then I'm gonna definitely catch up with everybody else. Probably about that same time that she finds this
Okay.
stone.
All right. You see, Boris looks down. Somebody who's been messing with my pattern. Like, that's not in the right place.
No, I know some of the great artists do that on purpose, but I don't think that's appropriate here. And I'm gonna take my sickle and very carefully poke it.
You watch it begins to glow. You watch the other bricks begin to glow, and you watch as a path kind of begins to almost unfold. And you see the trail of almost, it looks like dried blood on dirt. A trail that
Yeah.
seems to draw the corner to down to the right.
Yeah.
I'll look back to the group. Stealth, or shall we just run in?
I think stealth is necessary.
Okay, everybody make a stealth check for me.
I guidance myself.
Beautiful. Okay.
Natural 20,
Beautiful. For total 21. Okay.
21.
Okay. All
I
pretty
got a
well.
14.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Beautiful. Clanging around.
With
like
guidance?
Clink, clink.
yeah.
It's my owls. They're just.
Between that, yeah, and the scale armor, yeah. Alright. You continue following the trail. There is no light in here. So only those with dark vision can see this.
I can still do daylight if you guys want.
Let's save that till we actually find something. I'll reach out and put my hands on someone's shoulders who can actually see.
I'll say probably Fezzik probably takes the lead with Arthur's probably behind him.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Fezzik, I will describe what you see. It almost looks like a ritual chamber.
Lovely.
It looks like piles, total of at least 6 that you can see. Bodies just tossed to the side. Some look like guards. Some look like kids. Probably servants or serfs that no one would care about or notice. Their bodies just lay kind of just across each other. There is almost looks like a silver archway that has been built into the ground, and a set of marble steps leads up to a coffin.
It doesn't look
Silently
good.
looking around.
Let's go
Currently-
sprint in. Leroy Jenkins.
There is nothing alive in this room, or undead.
Nothing that we know of.
It smells like death in here at this point. It has been between
Like rotting meat death? Or is it more just like things have died here?
things have died here.
Okay, it doesn't smell like rotting meat though.
No.
It's more of like. Okay.
Between blood and rigor mortis and all that stuff starting to set in.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
nobody did
It's like that
anything.
moldy. It's like that moldy dead smell versus like rotting flesh
Yeah.
dead
Yeah.
smell.
That has not set in yet. So they're not fresh, but they're not old either.
They're mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Oh boy.
Boris?
Boris turns the corner, and you see he turns the corner. He looks over to one of the sides of the cave where you guys can't see, and you hear a and you just hear him throw up over on the side of the wall.
Well, fun.
I don't blame you.
You know, a part of me is almost wants to like sanctify this place by just walking in the middle and popping off like literally like daylight. We're gonna stretch,
I could deal with dead.
The light of Heliod.
I could deal with dead. That is not death. That is
Murder.
Putrid.
all good words to describe this. What were they doing here?
Ritualistic sacrifice, it looks like.
Well, light might be appropriate now. We can take a proper look around.
I'll walk right into the middle here and I can pop it off. It's a 60-foot radius, so if I'm standing here,
Yeah, I should hit everything.
I should be able to, I'll be hitting every freaking corner.
Yeah. Now that you guys get a good look, it definitely confirms what those that saw in the dark can see. For at least for you, Thea. It looks like they have been cut open and drained. And you can see almost now at this point on the walls. It was hard to see it before, but now you can see it because with dark and red it's kind of hard to see, but now you can see almost symbols just strewn across all over the cave walls and roof. And they're right above the gateway in red. Akros will be the first to burn, then Theros.
Oh, I don't like
Well,
that.
that might mean they plan to strike at maybe one of the final games or the award ceremony.
Yeah.
I'm actually more thinking, I'm not trying to metagame here, but I'm thinking it's like, what is up with that coffin ceremonial thing here? Are they like trying to create like a gateway to come just able to march straight in? Is that what this
Could they be summoning something?
Well, exactly.
I think that's kind of what I got out of that commune spell. That whatever's going on here in the army gathering at Adonis are connected.
Yeah. I have a feeling we need to destroy this. One way or the other.
I agree.
Let's take a closer look at it
how?
first to see if we can get anything else out of it, then I'll break it down.
Thing looks a little magical though.
Oh yeah. Is this area bigger by chance? This chamber?
This chamber, not
Like
much.
if like
Not
I was
much
gonna say,
bigger.
like,
Probably the highest it goes in this cave is probably 20 feet.
oh, so Fezzik would probably be able to bulk up.
Yeah, and here, yeah, you could.
Ah, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, in here.
Well, I
you
can't
can.
really see it.
Yeah, and here you can. You look at the steel rods that have been kind of almost like iron that have been pronged into the ground. You can see magical inscriptions written on the sides.
I don't know if I can walk up there and kind of like rub my hand across it to see if I can interpret anything with it. If it's like religious, is it more arcane? Is it more?
It is more arcane.
So I'm just basically, I'm gonna have to use all my other senses, like touch and.
Whoever, I'll tell you this, You can since you can't see, I will let you use touch. Whoever did this glyph work was the same person that did the glyph work inside the coffins.
Ah, our Picasso has been busy in here too.
Oh boy.
But
I want to
Can I
check
do,
out
like,
this
an
coffin.
So is this an actual coffin? Is that what's described here?
It is a table resembling a coffin. You can see there is some dried blood on top of the table.
I'm gonna probably also mention to the rest of the group here. It's like, are any of the bodies here? What's his name? Pollux.
Y'all take a quick look through. None of them are Pollux.
Does this open up like a coffin? You said it's
No.
like a table, but it's like a coffin, but it's like a table
It's a table in the form shaped in the form.
of a coffin.
Yes.
But it's not like hollow or anything like that.
You
that we
take
could
a
tell.
look, and you do find a latch that opens it up.
Well, that's I would want to probably get this thing opened. But I think we all need to be ready for whatever may pop out.
What you find?
Well, I'm making sure everybody else wants to do that
yeah,
before
okay, yeah.
before yeah.
You open it. I'll get ready to swing.
You want me to open it? I don't think I have a lot of strength. I have like a 13 strength. Is that going to be enough for me to open it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go over here and I will try to open it. I'm going to try to take it somewhat easy.
Okay.
High perception, making sure if I hear like a click or anything, I'm just going to like instantly freeze. Do I need to do perception or sleight of hand, anything?
You can do perception or investigation.
We're going to be definitely doing perception. I'm much better at perception. Thank God, because I got a 15.
Okay, beautiful.
So, cautiously and carefully lifting up the, I guess, the top side, whatever it is.
Yep, beautiful. Alright. 15? You don't hear anything.
Does it smell horrible, I'm assuming? Like musty?
There is no
musty
smell.
Like, what's inside? Who's my eyes? Who's my eyes? Who's my eyes?
You open up the coffin. You don't feel or smell anything. For the rest of you, for those that open it, as he opens it, you watch as a big, bright, glowing green glyph ignites. I'm going to need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, great.
Aw, not Dex.
Not Dex.
You said
I'd have
Constitution.
Constitution.
Well, then again, I have better Constitution anyways.
16.
16, okay. Okay.
Oh, I rolled really low.
Yeah.
Looks like
Cantor,
Arthur's
you
got
were the
bones.
only one that passed.
Really? Great.
For those that fail, you are going to take 8d6 necrotic damage.
Good lord.
As you
equivalent
watch
of a
as
fireball?
from the glyph, a spear shoots out. Almost this green and black ripples from the coffin, striking each of you right through the heart. You guys are going to take 31 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
Cantor, you are going to take half.
Ow.
Oh. I am,
So, what is that, 15 I'm taking?
Yes.
I'm bloodied.
That sucked.
Bit?
Boris, is down.
What?
What?
You can hear him gasping. He is looking like shit.
I turn around, second level, cure wounds.
As you do so, you watch as you look down at him. You could see his face beginning to almost hollow up like a husk. Like every bit of moisture was almost being sucked out. His cheeks were starting to flatten and wrinkles form. You're able to put life back in him.
Yeah, 9 healing. You all right there?
I'm like, what was this thing protecting? What was that?
I heard his bell.
I'm like, I'm gonna be kind of looking over to where I think Fezzik would still be, unless he got blown on his ass. Almost.
Take a few steps back and just take a moment and use second
like,
wind.
This is kind of like, Arthos, did you fart? No.
No, that'd be worse.
I don't know what just happened, but I do not like that feeling of whatever just happened.
No, I don't think any of us did.
I'm in so much pain.
Whatever that is, it's not friendly.
Is the coffin still open?
The coffin is open, and
yeah, it's open.
You watch as the glyph ignites, it dissipates, as if you triggered the spell effect.
Yeah.
All right, what's in here?
What is left? It looks like a chunk. Looks like it has been molded and sort of melted down. It looks almost like some sort of black irony substance, almost like a crystal.
We're not touching that. Oh, actually, since Boris is not going to be much help otherwise, Boris, can you run back and get the burial shroud from
Yeah.
what's his name? Since he's not there to use it right now,
No. Yes, of course.
we probably don't want to touch this thing directly.
No.
If this was guarded with something that powerful,
No.
this is something that's very, very important, and I just don't trust it unless somebody has like some type of detect magic or means of that. Yeah.
If you have 10 minutes, I have detect magic.
I don't know if we really have.
You probably need to go ahead and head towards the games.
Well, we
For
were
those
doing
that-
this. We were doing this at night, not in the morning.
Oh, yes, right. You guys were doing this right the day before.
This is at night.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, before the games
that's right.
go on.
You guys, there was talks if you guys were doing it the morning of or what. I completely forgot that. Thank you for fixing that for me. I wrote this as an hour before the games. That makes a lot of difference about what's happening right now. Beautiful. That's all I need to know.
Concern. Quick question. How long has it been since we first came in here? Has it been more than 10 minutes?
It's been a little bit more than 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
No, I've got like chronological order of things that are happening day of the games. So
Gotcha.
I now had to push that back a little bit, which is completely great. That eats up more time for me. So yeah.
Gives
So
him more
you
time
were
to prep.
taking the sheet that he was used to be wrapped up in, and you are
Yes.
doing what with it now?
Boris is a cleric, correct? He's like a priest cleric type
He
thing.
is at the beginner, like, I'm starting my priesthood, I know some stuff, and I've got promise, but hasn't been anointed by an actual priest yet.
Okay.
It's like he's done all the,
I'm
like,
hoping-
he's done all the coursework, he hasn't done the final.
he hasn't done the final exam.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, if there's a means that we could do a quick blessing or something like that.
No, I mean, honestly, I would rather you tear this place down.
You,
Beneath the mountains,
Are
so
you
no one can touch
capable-
it again.
do you have the capability of performing a ceremony to sanctify the place?
Can he do ceremony? I think. Ceremony is what level?
I thought it's like
thought it
first
was
or second.
He should have access to that. Yeah. I can. Yeah.
And it's a ritual too, so it's not like he has to have it prepared.
That's first, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. No.
And it's a ritual, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I can. Oh yeah. I can perform a funeral rite.
I'm thinking we might want to do something just to whatever you think we can do. We're gonna probably want as much good juju as possible.
I'm gonna need a lot of powdered silver. I'm gonna need a lot of powdered silver.
Yeah.
But I can do it.
Do we want to do that after we get this thing out? I'm guessing.
What, you want to take the coffin out?
Did
Or whatever that is?
anybody do like a detect magic or anything on this? On this stone rock thing?
There's a few things I want to do in here.
Okay. I guess we can go ahead and start with you then. Anything, what are you doing then?
The first thing I wanted to do, if we haven't already established it, is I want to try to do a check on the glyphs and symbols on the walls and see if I can figure out what they're for precisely.
Make a religion check.
I don't know. Do a what check?
Make a religion check.
Guidance.
I can definitely assist with that.
Yeah. If you want to, like,
Okay.
describe what they look like and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, I
so
have
guidance and
pretty
advantage?
Yeah, I got pretty good religion too, so it's like you're definitely gonna get some help out of it.
Yeah.
I might need that advantage. Ooh, thank you for that. Dirty 20. Dirty 24. Sorry.
20?
24.
For a total of 24.
These glyphs hold no magical significance whatsoever. But these glyphs do tell a story. They talk about the story of the Akroan War. The invasion that Xenagos led on Akros. Xenagos had some help from Mogis. They sent a champion of Mogis to invade Akros. It talks about a no-name soldier challenging him one-on-one. That soldier became King Anax. During that battle, he defended Akros. This was during Xenagos' slow rise to power. And then it talks about the fight between Nylia, Aroas, and Xenagos, and Nyx. It talks about the arrow that Nylia sent towards Xenagos, piercing him, killing him in Nyx. But as the arrow falls from Nyx, it shatters all over Theros. It shows a plan to take someone and embed them with all the shards. But here's what's strange. There's the last glyph that you kind of see in this story that's being told. Talks about a realization, an epiphany comes to mind. An idea. Not using the shards altogether. And that is the last glyph that is on the wall that tells the story.
So the realization is that not to use all the shards.
The realization was they don't need all the shards.
Oh boy.
Because you see,
That's
the last glyph says reborn, but incomplete. Is basically what that glyph, if you were to translate it in English, that's what the translation would mean.
Reborn but incomplete.
That's definitely not good. Okay.
What is this rock? And did we trigger a trap to protect it?
What rock are you talking about? Are you talking about
The one that's inside that was inside the boom boom box.
Oh, the boom boom box. It was written on top of the coffin. I will say, if you would like, anybody can make an Arcana check on the boom boom box.
I can't do that. I don't have Arcana.
21.
21. That was a Glyph of Warding spell. Glyph of Warding can be used not only to set like base, explosive runes that trigger simple effects like an explosion. They can also be used to put a spell and trigger it when a certain thing happens.
Like a door being opened, you step in on a certain square,
Yes.
crossing a threshold.
Yes.
So this could have been like a magical lock that we triggered.
Magical trap, I'd say.
Wait a minute, because there are all these other bodies around here.
Now the glyph is completely different. The glyph of warding and the glyph of that the necromancy glyphs that are inside the coffins, completely different style of glyph. The glyph of warding is sort of got an invocation like pattern to it. It's still done the same way. It's a different spell or a different school of spell. It's just with the glyph of warding,
I'm gonna probably recommend to Fezzik, we want to step back away from this until somebody can cast detect magic. In here. All of that needs to be make sure there's nothing else glows when we do a detect magic.
Well, 10 minutes. I'll start taking the 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic.
You see, at this point, Boris has gone to go and start grinding up some silver. Is basically what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's doing that. He already came back with the cloth, though, right?
Yes, he already gave you that.
Okay, so we have the cloth. So once we get done here, we can at least, depending what comes from this spell, the first ritual of many tonight.
Arthos, what are you doing?
So I'm just waiting to see what Thea brings up with her detect magic.
Fezzik, what are you doing? Or
I
wanting
have
to do?
2 ideas.
Okay.
One of them is to see about the 6 coffins that had the symbols but still had bodies in them.
Okay.
Thinking I should just destroy the lids on those, or...
I think it's the lesser of evils. I mean,
What we could do, you see, Boris will suggest this. You could stack the coffins on top of each other, make it more difficult for them to escape. Slow them down.
well, what are we concerned with? That the glyph will trigger them to basically become undead? Because if
That's
we
at
can just
least-
destroy the lids, if we can destroy the lids and then, commission somebody over the next week to make new lids,
No, so
That would-
the actual spell is inside the coffin, not on the lid.
so we'd have to destroy the entire coffin.
You'd have to destroy the entire coffin.
Are there any other empty tombs? Well, wait a minute.
Technically, yes, because there's the ones that
From the people that we just killed.
for the ones that you just killed. Yes.
How about we move these bodies temporarily into those other ones that have already, obviously been triggered, and then we can destroy the ones that have not been triggered. If everybody's okay with that, I'm going to kind
You mean
of...
the bodies that are in here?
The bodies that are in the coffins that still have glyphs that are untriggered.
Okay, gotcha.
Move those bodies into the coffins that
Have already
had
been
bodies that we that they were triggered and we just killed coming down here. I mean, honestly, I'm going to be looking towards you, Thea, because you're kind of like the one with, the patron of sticks.
I'm also kind of focused on a ritual here.
Yeah.
Well, if
yeah,
all we
I
need
know.
to do is destroy it. My weapon is made to destroy objects.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say yes. I mean, being probably, I guess, the second ranked clergy-ish person here.
If I can put a note in while I'm drawing symbols of owls and whatnot on the ground, you can try. I want to look at the bodies in here before we move them, if that happens.
Oh, the bodies that are in here. We're just
Yes,
concerned
I want
about
to
the
look at
bodies. Yeah, we're concerned about the bodies in the actual burial chamber that haven't
I was just
gone vertical
throwing
yet.
it out there.
I'm completely with you. We need to look at some of these bodies too.
Okay, you are doing detect magic, Thea. Since presence of magic within 30 feet of you since. Beautiful.
Once it's
And-
cast, it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it tells you the school tells you if something's magical, and it tells you the school of magic, if any. Correct? Okay.
I want to say that's correct. It's not going to give you anything specific. That's where you have to use the identify spell for. And if it's cursed, it's not going to say that it's cursed.
No.
And I don't think it even tells you alignment, if it's good, bad,
No.
ugly.
Detect magic says,
No,
hey,
but it's the
it's
best
just-
I have at the moment.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just want to know what. Yeah, we just want to know what's
Detect
magical.
magic. It is a conjuration. It is conjuration. This whole thing is glowing conjuration. It
The
is.
whole
The arch,
altar
the
and
arch,
everything.
the table.
Oh no! This arch, this silver arch, it is glowing in conjuration. The
Gotcha.
the little mess of black melted down substance, it has a faint glow. It had magic at one time, but it's been used up for part of a ritual. It was a spell component for a ritual.
Okay.
So you can kind of see that faint glow, but not really a school of magic for it.
Okay. I'll share that with the group.
Okay, so that's so the black rubbish thing is post spell
Rubbish.
gunk. Well, that makes me feel better. At least we know it's not like some
Then, of course,
hidden
the
piece
glyph of
of.
warding, it does show the evocation magic kind of faint glow from that. Which, it's starting to dissipate a little bit. You see, it had a bright glow, now it's starting to dim. Like, okay, that magic's done.
So
So
the archway
is it
you
still
said was. So you said the archway was what? Conjuration or
Glowing.
summoning?
Conjuration.
It is almost, Spia, you almost have to, like, not look directly at it before blinding you. It's that bright, the aura.
Yeah, that definitely needs to go.
Definitely.
All right, I'll deal with that while you move the bodies.
Beautiful. Okay. Fezzik, describe this to me, please.
Well, Shatter Spike is a giant war pick, and I'm just gonna use it like a big pickaxe to break this thing apart.
I'm going to walk up to you first and put my hand on your shoulder and give you a little blessing, as well as probably share that with Arthos and Thea. And then I will promptly back up a good 30 feet.
Okay, so that's a 15 to hit.
I think I'll go back to
a
45
15 to hit the archway.
No, that was earlier from my.
Oh,
second
okay,
hit.
okay.
Oh yeah. I'm talking
Honestly,
about more
it's
for
a
the
stationary
archway.
object. There's really not a roll for this. But
Materials still have armor the same way.
oh, that's true. Yeah, I'll let you go
If you're
ahead.
hitting like
Yeah.
someone in metal armor.
Yeah.
you know,
All right.
it's
Yeah.
a hit.
I'll set it. It's gonna be a pretty base AC. It's not gonna be difficult. If you want to go ahead and make those attacks.
I'll use reckless attack because why not?
Yeah.
Just checking.
And these are for the caskets that you're going on first?
No, the archway. I'm
Okay.
destroying the archway while you guys move the bodies.
19. Okay. All right. Yeah, and that automatically crits because it is considered an object.
So that is 38 total damage.
It is starting to crack. You hit it pretty hard. You can see you've definitely have put a big dent in it, and you see it's still hanging in there.
Alright, let's do it again.
All right.
Actually, this time I'm going to use my belt.
Go big, beautiful. That's gonna hit. Rack up that damage for me.
There we go, that's 47 from that one hit.
Yes.
The only way I can mention this, it's sort of like in Avengers where Bruce Banner goes like big, like Hulk, but instead of punching a giant space snake, you're swinging this pickaxe that enlarges with you, and you just swing right across, and you watch as you actually lift it up with the pick, and you shatter it, and cause it to definitely. You definitely took some of the ceiling with you on that hit, because it just goes flying against the cave like basically junk, scrap iron at this point.
Just say, it has not been 10 minutes. Is detect magic still up? Is it still glowing?
It is no longer glowing.
Oh, I can see again.
Anything else on there on the stage here that is still glowing? Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, those just seem to be those are bowls.
I just wanted to
Where
make sure
you
that
could probably
they
you probably think they would pour like the bowls into these things and it fed inside the coffin somehow.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's basically what those are. Nope, nothing else magical at the moment.
Cool.
All right.
And what are you doing
I like-
with the bodies in here?
I am not. I want to check them to see if there's anything weird for one thing, which, if I find anything, I'll share with the group. What I am not going to share with the group, I'm looking for the woman that we saw on the banks of the river when we were, quote unquote, dead, and who could not board the boat. I'm looking for her.
Make a investigation check.
Guidance?
Yes, you may do that. Investigation or perception.
I'll happily take that perception. 14.
You do find her.
Is there any like clothing on her or something that I could place a coin for her?
These bodies still have at least their clothes. They don't have any belongings with them, but they do carry their clothes on them.
Okay.
They were used. They were more like a presentation than anything. So you wanted to
Gotcha.
disarm them, make sure they don't have anything to disturb the ritual, but you want to give them some dignity because they're there for an important thing.
Yeah. So as I'm going through and checking for weird stuff,
Yeah.
I'll lay them out. I'll put a coin for each one, actually, but particular attention to her.
Go ahead and make a religion check for me. The only thing that you notice, and you notice just really being a grave cleric, knowing the places where they basically bleed out the most. You see, they were basically cut with a knife or dagger, some sort of blade in those spots.
Okay. That I will share with the group. As for religion, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. That's just for my benefit.
Cool.
Okay.
And how many people are here? How many coins am I putting down?
Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3,
I try to keep
4,
track.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are a total of 17.
Cool. Keep copper just for this purpose. They all have coins.
Okay. Anything else here that you guys want to do or accomplish?
Deal with the other 6 coffins, right?
Yeah, you still have the 6 coffins that have that glowing necromantic symbol.
Yeah, I think we want to move those. Yeah, I said we were going to move those bodies, right?
Yes, so you're going to move those bodies into the coffins of the ones that have already been used.
Yeah.
Where the symbol is still there, but it's not glowing at the current moment.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And then destroy the coffins that do have a symbol.
Okay.
It's glowing.
Okay. You guys have... It's almost like when you guys used to do like Spirit Week and go smash cars. Instead, you're smashing coffins.
Woohoo!
I mean, y'all line them up and y'all just... At this point, Fezzik, you're just like lining them up and just smacking through them. Just wood splintering, iron bending. You even see like one made out of concrete and you look at your Shatter Spike, kind of curious to see if it's still going to bust through it. Bust right through it. Shatters against the wall. You think just whatever material they had that Boris had laid around, he at least made a coffin for them out of something. And the way he words it is, I can't give them their eternal resting place. So if this is their final home, let me take care of it for them. And you guys clear this mausoleum. As you guys are leaving, Boris goes ahead. You see he's got against the mausoleum door bags and bags and bags of powdered silver. I'm gonna be up for a while, but I'll make sure this is done before I get any sleep.
Can I help? I can cast ceremony too if I'm needed.
This is on me. This is my place that I need to protect. But thank you, Thea. I always appreciate your help. I honestly would not have known about any of this if you guys had not gone in. I'll at least sleep a little better this evening, knowing that it's not going to be used for that reason anymore.
Same. If you do need us,
I know where you'll be. Pleasant dreams. You see, he goes ahead and trucks over. It's almost at this point like a potato sack. He's like, "All right." You see, he kind of like topples over for a second. He's like, "All right," and he shuts the door behind him.
Okay.
He's going to do basically a sanctuary party. Basically, just start tossing freaking silver everywhere. Where do you go from here? It is nighttime at this point. You see, the sun is starting to go down.
I was going to say, we probably haven't even been like an hour through this. Or maybe close to an hour. Maybe close to an hour.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to look at that old temple across from the palace?
I have a feeling we really should.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's everybody else
Definitely.
feeling about that?
I'm a little sore, but I think it'd still be a good idea. Hold on a sec. Da. If we find a place to sit for another 10 minutes, I can give us a little extra healing if you want it.
Be great.
I think that could be probably useful for everybody.
Okay.
So much pain.
Doing prayer of healing.
I am doing prayer of healing.
I see, like that one. I just know is like the way you worded it. Like that's prayer of healing. Like, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. You can go ahead and do that. And
I rolled like crap. Well, you get 6. Everybody gets it.
hey, I mean that's 6 hit points.
Yep.
So,
Better
6
in than
points.
out.
It's better than nothing.
Okay. You guys headed towards the upper part of the city. That is that is the path you were taking?
I'm guessing so.
Okay.
I know one of the things I was thinking, and you guys can jump in if you think this is wrong. I'm assuming there's guards here and probably here when we go in, right?
Oh yeah. So there's there's guards here.
Okay.
There are guards at this door. Then there's guards here.
Okay.
Then guess where else there's guards? Here.
What's that?
And
Oh,
here.
okay.
'Cause
Okay.
This is basically where they sleep and hang out. And
Well, this is also kind of like the Imperial
this
Palace Citadel area up here too.
So, Fezzik would tell you that this whole area, from where the lectoi to the temple to the palace, is known collectively as the colophon. It is a impenetrable fortress where between the height of the mountains, the height of the walls, and the height of the buildings, and just the sheer force that it would take to get through it would be a feat in itself. It has not been invaded. You can see over time. You can see that there have been marks like on the walls as you are passing through. You can see probably some scars from where someone has tried invading, but the walls still stand strong. As you guys pass up these stairs, past where the lectoi, those who have not only served in the military but also win the Rowan Games, get to live and stay. Then you guys come through these gates that leads into the actual heart of here. Normally, you guys would turn right here. Instead, your eyes drift left. It's almost strange that you've never taken a look at it. It almost looks like a bronze building. And when I mean a bronze building, it is almost just as big as the palace itself. It is the biggest temple in Akros.
My 2 cents, we should ask one of these people, one of these guards, to go to the barracks or talk to, the general.
The employees will be staying personally in this house right here. He has his own house. He has his own little place he stays now.
But I'm thinking we probably want to have like a squad sitting outside of whatever the main door is here when we go in, just in case.
Just in case something nasty gets past us and runs out.
If something nasty, or if we have to call in for some support, we can have like a small squad. They don't have to come in with us. But I think we should have somebody out there in case they are needed.
And also so that they know that it's not our fault, necessarily.
Exactly. That too. That kind of helps.
I agree.
I don't think we have to really worry about that, because I think we have enough political clout here that we really can't do too much wrong.
Well, me, the player, is paranoid, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna, wave over to one of the guards and be like, hey, can you tell Diamocles we need some people over here?
Tell him that, us, the party, are requesting a squad to stand outside the doors while we go into that temple. Rumor, I'm not going to tell this peon the rumor. I don't want rumors to spread.
And he kind of looks at you like, why are you going to waste Diamocles' time with that? But you watch his...
It's important.
Alright, whatever, I'll go let him know.
I promise you he won't get mad.
Alright, if he does, you're vouching for me. And if he punches me, I'm punching you. As long as we're understood in this.
If he punches you, I will heal you.
Then I'm still punching your friend. He's not getting out of that.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
As long as we have that deal. 5 minutes later, Damocles and 6 Akroan soldiers approach.
I nod to him.
You, want to go into Queen Siame's temple.
I'm gonna probably usher him, kind of like usher him closer to us.
You see, he kind of motions to his men to kind of just relax, and you see they kind of drop their spears. They kind of just stand like a little bit
So we can,
further apart from you guys.
I think it's fine for us to
And they kind of
tell.
relax, and Damocles kind of walks over a little bit closer to all of you.
And I think, I think we should probably tell him everything that so far has transpired.
Yeah, absolutely.
That summoning thing that we found in that other temple, and the belief that there's other tunnels and other things in here, in this temple, inside, inside
Impenetrable walls.
the impenetrable keep could have a secret entrance, literally to the gates of hell.
You see, he turns and looks over to the men. You four! And you see, he instantly raises his voice. You do see they're all at attention at this point. You four stand guard at the door. You two, check the back alleys. You stand guard until I walk out and notify you. Me, myself, and I, no one else. Understood? And they all shout, "Sir, yes, sir." And
I'll honestly look over at the general at this point and say, we can take care of this.
No,
we need you to also protect the city.
I'm coming in there with you. Queen Siamede was a personal friend.
Okay.
These four will guard the door.
I gave my advice. I gave my advice, right? Everybody in the party saw me. Everybody in the party see that.
There's a small alley behind the temple, barely just enough what you would consider an alleyway. Those two are going to flank each side of that alley, and they will stand there until I get back.
Well, we'll make sure you get back.
All right.
I'm just kind of thinking it's like besides clearing out this temple, now we have to also make sure we protect him the entire time. It's kind of like, okay, now he just doubled the complication or the difficulty of everything.
You see over the archway of the temple door, it almost looks like a bronze arch. And for a moment, you're like, why is it shaped like that? It goes up and down, and you suddenly realize it's a lightning bolt over the door.
I'm going to ask Thea and the rest of the party, is there any similar markings to this archway as what we saw down in that catacomb?
No. This is more decorative.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. This is more of the queen being extra with her temple to her god. I mean, it's literally a bronze building. And you see the door itself is bronze and the handle colored gold. No one has been inside this place since Queen Siamede left. Vanished.
No one.
No one. We are the first ones inside.
I'm going to put my hands out to everyone just to stop anyone from going close to the door. Burn the first level spell slot to do detect magic a bit quicker. Are there any, glyph of warding traps on this door?
There are no traps on the door.
Okay.
And how long does that last? That still lasts for a few minutes, even so once we go
10
inside,
minutes,
right?
I think. Correct?
10 minutes concentration.
Beautiful, that's all I need to
Right.
know. Okay.
One quick question. You said that it has a symbol of a lightning bolt?
Yes.
Like, it would?
No, Keranos.
Keranos. Oh, Keranos, yes. I'm getting my deities confused, ain't I?
It's alright. We haven't touched on Keranos on a lot this session. Everyone's made sort of an appearance somewhere, whether it's by a champion or by some sort of religious artwork.
Yeah.
No, there are no traps on the door.
Oh.
Okay?
I'll open it.
As you open the door, we will find out what you see when we get back from break.
It's like 1,000 demons come streaming forth. Ah!
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick back up with you guys just opening the door to Siamede's temple. And you guys can put yourselves right there where that archway is. So just picture that this archway is in the shape of a lightning bolt. And, you know, obviously Incarnate wouldn't allow me to do a lot like that.
Oh.
Something you notice instantly is as you walk in, it almost looks like a tidal wave is sitting a basin of water. It is outstretched up to the ceiling, and you can see the ceiling here is not viable. It is an open ceiling temple. And so the water stops right at the height of the temple, and you can see this array of different fish life kind of swimming amongst different fish that you probably have never seen, at least from coming from out of boats that you've seen from any of the ships that your father had brought Arthos. What you do see, kind of sleeping at the bottom of this wave, it looks like a large, almost probably 20-foot long, coiled up electric eel, kind of just taking a nap. At the front, in front of this wall, there is, looks like these marble pillars that have been kind of placed there, then shaved off to make little pedestals. And you see behind each of these columns there is a bucket of fish. This room is lit magically by the braziers that are hanging just off the walls. And you can see the night sky above you.
So this is just the main...
This is the main entryway into the temple. There is a door to the left and to the right. And you can see, basically all she did is she basically took basically brass and set it up on top of the sand. It just built walls. There is no floor or ceiling here. It is all natural.
I'll start carefully walking around, since I still have Detect Magic up, and see if anything things.
A seashell kind of resting in the eel's mouth. It has a sort of small little glow to it. You can watch that the aura is almost reverberating within the water itself.
What's the school? Can I tell?
The school is. I'm pulling up that school of magic. It is transmutation.
Oh, that's
Oh,
interesting.
is this like a pool of water, or
It is.
is it?
It is an aquarium without the glass. Somehow,
Okay.
some way, she has brought up a wave of water and kept it in place.
Cool.
We sure this isn't a temple to Thassa?
Well, you would be surprised. Thassa and Keranos' realm. This is Diomocles. I'll bring him out. Their domains intertwined, very much like Karametra and Nylea, but from
they're
my
similar but
understanding, what she told me is the fish in the buckets are to feed the fish in there, as well also to use for ceremonies. But here's an issue I have. Those are fresh fish.
I'm assuming probably Cantor would have picked up on that too.
It is fresh fish. It is not dead fish. There's two different smells. But it is pungent in here.
Thea, do you see any magic on it that would be keeping it fresh?
Can I look at the fish buckets?
They seem to be just now starting to die fish. Like somebody just put these buckets out.
Simple fresh fish.
Can I pick up like any other sounds or scents or anything?
Not in this room. There
Not in
is
this room.
there is a little bit of an irony spell, but you can probably tell that's probably from like you end up finding like the remains of like probably a fish that was used for either like a ritual or something like that.
Gotcha.
Can I go up and poke this wall of water?
You can lightly push your hand, and you watch your hand kind of just almost stop right there at the water. You see it kind of ripples, but your hand does not go forward. Even if you try to press against it, it stays right there. And you see this eel kind of look up at you. You see across its veins the little sparks begin to trickle.
I'll take a step back.
It looks up at you. You see it kind of wiggles. It stretches its full length, then recoils, putting its head away from you. Not really caring about who you are. It knows it's the bigger.
I think it knows
by
it's the
far.
apex predator.
Can I go pick up a fish from one of these buckets
You may.
and see if that will go through the barrier?
You watch as you try to do so, it bounces off the bear and falls back on the ground.
Okay.
You see,
How high-
Diomocles looks at you, kind of looks up, above. Fezzik, how good's your arm?
Just thinking that.
Pretty good.
Can you throw this fish over this wall? and
I'll give it a shot.
then into the pool. Make a athletics check.
How tall is this wall again?
The wall is 60 foot high.
Okay. I'm just thinking, like, how much damage would a fish do to you falling 60 feet?
12? I say that's not too bad because it's just a basically like an alley oop. And don't
But it can, like, flop on the top and pop off the side, come down crashing on your
yeah,
head.
it's not the
maybe,
prettiest shot, but you still make it in.
Not used to tossing fish around.
Yeah, the weight kind of threw you off because you watch it kind of flaps in the wind. There's nothing to stop the air from coming in as a soft breeze comes in, kind of knocks it off course. It still lands inside, and you watch as it goes over, it splashes, goes into the water that way.
Okay.
So you feed it from the top. Did no one saw them doing this?
Well, let's find out who's been feeding these creatures then.
Right. Alright, so if my guess is right, we only have 2 more rooms left. From the size of the temple. Do we want to split up, or do we want to all go together and clear a room?
I say we stick together.
Alright.
As long as we have somebody guarding the front door, if we have still somebody guarding the front door, we should be fine.
You still have the 4 hoplites guarding out here. I'm going to put them out here so that way you feel a little better. We are going to use... for some reason, I only have the Melton hoplite. I need to get our Akroan hoplite some love. But only difference is their capes are red. Only difference, and of course, like the symbols that they carry. Okay, so they are at the front door watching. I'll say two on each door, on each side of the door.
So just to remember, how long ago did she disappear?
Queen Siamede has been gone at least 15 years. She so Diomocles retells you the story. No one has seen her since the night she vanished. The night she vanished is also the same night that King Anax was killed. Same night. This is not where she vanished, though. The room she vanished in, at least to the reports, would be, and you see, kind of looks over to the right. That is where she vanished. But we should check the whole temple.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to search the whole temple. Supposedly there's tunnels underneath.
Well,
that's what Boris mentioned.
Thea, you watch as the fish drops to the bottom. You see the eel kind of looks up and takes a quick little. He drops whatever is what he's holding. You watch it drops. As he drops the orb, you watch as the water begins to ripple a little bit. As he grabs the fish, as he picks the orb back up, the wall of water seems to stay.
And it reminds me of Olatin.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's smaller version.
You're telling me you've seen something like that at the bottom of the ocean?
Well, how the
Those
water
are-
was held at bay like this.
Only
We're also
difference
big.
is you could see, like the dome around Olatin. You don't see a dome.
Yeah.
It's just the water is in place.
Yeah, it's similar but different.
Yeah. Plus, you can toss the fish over the water.
Ah,
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I said we keep moving. There's no like writing or any
These
thing
walls, they.
like the at the bottom here, like the stone portion.
Oh no! That's but you think
No.
that's for like little kids to like peer over and look like, oh look.
Gotcha.
Some of the this was some of the kids' favorite place to be. Even if they weren't, followers, they still got to see all the freaking cool aquatic creatures that that Queen Sai would bring.
Okay.
For those that couldn't say her name when they were younger. So,
I said we continue.
left or right?
We continue. Do we know where she supposedly disappeared?
She's supposedly
Was it to the
different in the room to the right. Is where she supposedly vanished.
I think that could be a good start.
Okay.
I'm letting everybody else say yay or nay here too, please.
Anybody have any
I just know. To the
any
right.
different opinions?
I almost feel like checking the other way first, just because of that.
That's a fair call too. I mean, if we know a lot of activity happened over there, let's cover our back first.
Yeah.
Make sure the flank is covered. I'm cool with that.
All right.
Let's do the left side first.
This side first. Beautiful.
Wait a minute. You said beautiful? I think we need to do the right side first. No, I'm joking. He
This is
said
what you
beautiful.
see.
We're screwed. We're screwed. We're gonna die.
As you walk in, this room is lit by 4 smaller braziers that are on each of the corners, and it looks like a floating brazier right there in the middle, kind of almost in the middle of the room. You see, it kind of like spins, almost like a clock, and you could see lines of purple wooded painted benches, all sitting almost perfectly symmetrical, like somebody took the time, lined up each bench in the sand, and then pointed them to face this altar with more of the purple marble on top of an altar with a blue cloth where a book kind of sits, kind of just resting underneath all this. On the face of the wall is a bronze depiction of a bearded, stout man with a beard that reaches down to his face, reaching out with his hand. The hand almost looks like it covers right where whoever would stand up and preach would stand right over them, almost ready to protect them.
I'm going to walk over to one of these benches
Mm-hmm.
and just lightly run my fingers over it. Is there any dust, dirt, mildew, bird crap, anything?
No. Someone has even taken the time to properly sand these benches.
If this hasn't been if no one has gone inside here for 15 years, there's either divine providence keeping this place clean and the fish is fed, or there's somebody else that's actually still living in here.
I'd like to examine the bronze statue in the wall. Is there anything magical about it?
If you get a close look of it, it just seems to be a bronze statue, just kind of holding out a hand. The hand looks like it is almost at eye level with you at the current moment.
Is it a statue of Keranos?
Well, seeing as we're in the temple to Keranos, I would assume the big bronze statue would be to him.
I mean, I can't see. That's why I'm asking.
I'm sorry, Cantor. I always forget.
Just trying to make sure, you know.
Yes. It looks like him. She must have commissioned this because she could not have done this herself.
And this wasn't here 15 years ago.
No. Of course, the sand was. This is the original sand that's here.
Huh.
The benches and everything. This was all her. And me. I taught her how to take care of the benches. It was how we kind of bonded. She wanted a place that anyone that just felt out of place could come. She said though her God was a God of wisdom and did not appreciate fools, he did not mind being with them. Because sometimes, she said that, sometimes we take it too seriously. She was...
Oh, that is certainly true.
...different in how she worshipped Keranos. She made, pardon the phrase, electric waves throughout Akros when she built this place. But no one was going to tell her no. I remember we were standing right at the door, looking at the lectoy, and I could hear her shouting, "I don't care if they help me or not. I'll do it myself if I have to."
Seemed kind of odd that, you know, the god of storms would have presence in the main
city of war.
Fortified, you know.
Well, if you would believe it.
Versus Erois.
Well,
I mean,
King Anax, take him for instance. Or in his early years when he served in the military, very devout follower of Erois. After the war, he became more aligned with those of Furphoros as he matured from boy to man.
Fair.
Can I reach up and touch the hand of this statue?
It almost looks like the fingers are almost shaped in the form of a bowl.
Huh. And how big is it compared to me? Like, is this like twice life size?
Probably as big as your head.
Huh.
Pretty big bowl. big ceramic bowl.
Okay. Can I see if there's any traces of anything in the bowl that might have been in it previously?
I could say it looks like someone has recently put something in it. You kind of get back to where you guys walked in.
Like fish?
Looks like it looked very similar in the smell in the hand now as you get closer.
Hold that thought. I want to go back and grab a fish.
You want to go grab a fish?
I want to go grab a fish, bring it back, and put it in the bowl.
After about a minute, nothing happens. Then you watch the hand lower. And then you watch as the statue almost robotic. Almost like it's just the entire thing is being moved forward. It now just leaves open this wall. And the wall just leads towards the wall that is at the back of the temple. Beneath it, you see a tunnel that leads down.
I found the passage.
As I look over to Fezzik, I'm like, I thought this was going to be the safer route.
Yeah.
It's like
Should we
our
go
theory.
check the other way now?
I might see that. I was not expecting that.
Was not expecting that either. Do we even know what's this book and everything that's on the altar?
No, no one has taken a look at it yet.
Like, what is up with the altar? Somebody?
Look open to like a certain page, maybe?
No, it looks like it is just kind of placed there on that cloth. It looks like whoever sits here, this is how they have it arranged. This is how they like their space to be arranged.
What is the title of the book? Or what's the book about?
It talks mostly about, Keranos.
So it's religious text.
Yeah, it's the basics of worship, basically.
Okay.
It's not a Bible, but it is definitely like a religious work of some kind.
Okay.
It's probably like a Billy Graham book, kind of.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If you can.
Nope, I know exactly how you mean. Yep.
And the blue cloth is just probably what they probably don't. It looks like they care so much about this book that they don't want it to get dirty while it's sitting up here.
Makes sense. So it's like a ceremonial cloth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see that the pillar is stone, and you can see that there is a set of gear to clean and descale a fish right here at the pillar for rituals, if it's done here.
Up to you guys if you want to go down the tunnel or if we want to check out the other side.
Well, only thing is now that we've done this, that probably made some noise and alerted to whoever might be here.
If they're on the other side or if they're down this tunnel.
It's a lot of ifs.
Either way, we're prepping for a fight.
Was there a door between the main chamber with the big aquarium and this?
No. Oh, no,
Just kind of
there's a
open.
door right here.
Where's it?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's a door here.
What if one of us stays in the doorway watching this new passage while the rest go and see what's on the other side? If the person staying here sees something, they shout and back up.
I guess that could work.
Yeah. How about I watch it from the aquarium room. At least
Exactly.
that way I'm closer to you if I need to make a quick escape back to where you
And
are.
we will be quick. Be quick on
Uh,
the other side just to see what's there.
Beautiful.
And he's also going to be closer to his squad too. So as he hollers, he can reach to all of us.
Yeah. All right.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So he's gonna wait right outside in the aquarium, watching that door. And you guys are going to the room to the right.
Yes.
As you open this door, you can see it. This one seems to be. If it'll open it. Pretty well designed out too. There are 9 fireplaces amongst the walls. For the most part, there is not any firewood inside them at the current moment. There are purple laid out carpets to kind of like accompany each one, as well as a bigger one, sort of more in the center. Along the side of the carpet, both in front of it and behind it, they almost look like stone circles that have been carved into the ground, or like concrete into the ground, and then have been drawn on with paint.
It's like a mosaic.
It sort of looks like a mosaic. You look a little closer, and it almost looks like somebody took, well, for those that can see, they took paint and just tossed it across the concrete. Looks like finger painting. You can see like handprints and stuff like that all over across this stone dial on both of them. And you can see on one of them, on each one, they each have a name. On this one, you can see one that says Sai right there in the middle.
You said there are 9 torches along the walls?
9
Fireplaces.
9 fireplaces.
Okay. Are they lit?
They currently are not lit at the current moment. This room seems to be just dim, only because, well, one, it's an open ceiling, so you can almost just see the starry sky and moon reflecting on the ground. So you really don't need light in here. You think the fireplaces are more for warmth.
Are they ornate or anything like that?
They
Is
are
there, like,
a little
designs?
ornate. You can see that at least the way they were done and designed, this looks to be some sort of like outside meditation chamber. A way to like meditate and look up at the sky while you do it. That
This is the other thing.
is I would say probably the size of a softball. Glowing blue orb, giving off a faint glow. And every now and then you can see a shifting picture of different weather patterns. Kind of just sits there, like, looks like it's raining one day. Oh, look, a sunny. Oh, look, a tsunami. I mean, it just kind of goes through each picture.
Is Detect Magic still up? It hasn't been 10 minutes, has it?
It has not been 10 minutes yet. It is still up. That...
I'll get just within 30 feet and see if that pings.
It does ding. More transmutation.
I don't think I really want to touch that. It is magical. Transmutation.
Probably best not to touch it then.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
we should
no.
touch it.
No, not going to.
Especially with all this other stuff of water and everything.
You can see around as you're looking at the orb. You get closer to this Dylus right here. You can see some of the sand has been burnt. You can now see shards of glass around it.
Oh.
Perhaps from a
I guess-
lightning strike.
Huh.
Interesting.
This would be the building where she's supposedly vanished. So, what, she was struck by lightning and vanished?
There is that tunnel on the other side.
Well, there doesn't
Definitely.
seem to be anything at least of note besides that orb, but we'll probably get Enthusa once we're done here to investigate the place a little
Yes.
Definitely.
further. Well, perhaps
Right.
it's time to go back
There's
and
some
see where
very-
the secret entrance goes.
Yeah, there's definitely some heavy deity stuff going on here.
No,
Agreed.
no time like the present.
Right.
Anything else, Fezzik or Arthur, that you two want to accomplish in this room?
You said that orb was magical?
It is magical, yes.
No, I'm not gonna touch it.
Alright. He's like, okay. Fezzik, anything for you?
It'll be fine.
I thought about it for 2 seconds and I was like, nope, I'm not getting myself killed for that.
No.
Okay. You guys work your way back to where you guys found a secret passage underneath. As you
Secret tunnel.
begin to take a step, you take a step and you almost feel marble steps. As you feel your foot press, blue flames sconces on the wall light up, lighting down.
Oh, I
the
thought
way.
you were gonna be like, blue flames ignite you.
No, blue little sconces every 20 or 30 feet, and they just go down.
Damn, that's a deep stairway.
Do you?
I'm going down.
I'm going down.
Okay.
We're all going down.
Okay. No one says no. You guys walk down these steps for about 5 minutes.
That's a lot of steps.
As you
Remember,
guys
folks, we have to walk back up these steps too.
step down, you look down in front of you. Ahead, you see a patch of mud and dirt. Detect magic is still just up.
Cool.
How well can everybody see? Are there
It
if
is
it's
because
if it
of
is-
the sconces. It's pretty well lit in here.
so you said that it's dirt and mud.
At least Would you guys get
What
to
we can see right where we're at. Yeah.
where you guys are at right now? It looks like a dead end at the current moment.
Is there like any feet or any markings on the dirt? Can somebody check that out?
Well, with the detect magic still up, barely still up. You could see it, faintly glowing. It looks to be words. Here are
Can
what
I read?
the words say. My thunder is below me. My lightning soars above. When I come, there is no sound. My enemies will not know it's me.
Huh.
I'll share that with the group.
My thunder's from below, my lightning is above me.
Yes. No, okay, no. Okay, so I actually wrote that down wrong. I just pulled it up. Thankfully, that part's starting to work. The first part of the stanza is correct. It says, when I bust, I push against dust, against the crust. I will shove my enemies out of my way, is what it says. I will type that in the Discord for you.
Oh, thank you.
My thunder is below me, my lightning is above. I push against the dust and crust as I push my enemies away. And no, at least besides Thea, it looks like the end of the tunnel. It is nothing but dirt. There are no markings of any kind.
What language is this written in?
This is written in believe you speak primordial, don't you?
I don't.
Oh, well.
I have common, deep speech, giant, and minotaur.
Somebody had primordial.
I do.
Does it help?
But you can't read.
Yep.
I can hear it.
Yeah. You can hear
I
it.
sound it out.
Sound true.
Yeah.
Diomocles can read it. I forgot he has that.
Phew.
Is there anything on the ceiling of
It
this
is.
room?
It is just an empty ceiling. There's a couple of stalagmites and rocks caked on the ceiling, but nothing of note.
And these words are written on the wall ahead of us. Quote unquote wall.
They only appear to you
Okay.
because of detect magic being up.
Can I take something, anything, dust, mud, whatever, and kind of trace the wall so that everyone else can see it?
Sure.
Is it actually on the wall, or is it just kind of like floating in front of
It is.
the?
It looks like it is inscribed on the wall for Thea, almost glowing.
Okay. Actually, but I'll trace it in the floor.
Okay.
Not sure I want to touch the wall yet. Does that mean anything to anyone?
I'm trying to think if would my character. I don't know if my character would actually know anything about this.
For anyone with a decent passive insight, you can tell that this is a riddle.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say probably. Yeah, I mean, I have a +9 to insight. But I'm trying to figure out what the heck it can mean.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, it's
Below.
trying to tell us something.
Yeah. Sitting is above. I mean, above table. All I can think of is like the thunder wave spell. But
My thunder is below me. My lightning is above.
So, at least from the way that sounds, thunder you can hear but you can't see it. Lightning,
Lightning you can see.
Yeah, but lightning you can
can't-
see.
But not hear. I push against the dust and crust as I push my enemies away. This is the god of storms.
yeah.
he's always...
Push against the dust and crust. That sounds like wind. As I push my enemies away. That sounds... Wait a minute.
What if that orb upstairs?
Thunder's below me, lightning is above. I push against the dust and crust. Could it be...
My enemies away.
It almost sounds like... water or tidal wave?
Maybe that orb might have something to do with all this.
The what?
The orb
The
we
orb.
saw in the other room.
That's what I'm
Possibly.
wondering.
Or
what if
what about
that's-
the book? The book might even have something about this.
I don't know. We can check them both out.
Yeah. Is everyone comfortable with me going and actually picking up that orb and bringing it down here?
Sounds like a plan.
I'll go collect the orb. Carefully.
How long
Okay.
would it take you to probably get there and back again? Would that be about a minute or so?
Well, it was a 5-minute walk down here,
Yeah.
so 5, 6,
Ah.
7, call it 12.
Bah.
Yeah. Feed
So
about
I'd
12
give you
minutes.
less if I knew it would last,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't last.
So if you do grab, so do you go up and grab the orb?
I would like to,
Okay.
so long as everyone's cool with that.
Go for it, Thea.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
say
go
go
get it.
for it.
Okay. Thea, as you grab the orb, you see it is just constantly shifting through pictures, and it doesn't do anything in your hand at all. You do see different pictures though. You see a bright, clear sky. You see almost like light clouds begin to appear. You see an overcast begin to appear. Suddenly the picture distorts, it becomes rain and snow. Then suddenly it turns to a torrential downpour. Then you watch as it shifts almost entirely, and it shows a volcano. And you watch as it erupts, and you can see like the orb begin to get hot, then cold, as it freezes up in your hand, just constantly shifting into different pictures and glances of the natural elements at work.
As I'm walking, can I, just like looking at it and holding it gingerly, try to like think about a specific weather event, like clear skies?
Okay,
And I think about clear skies and make that appear in the orb.
you can make that appear in the orb, and you watch as there were clouds beginning to form up in the sky, but now they're starting to disperse slowly.
Yep. No, hold on. Is that the real sky up
The real
above?
sky above you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
That orb does do something.
Oh dear. I'm just gonna keep thinking, okay, clear skies, clear skies, clear skies. As I walk back down.
Soft fuzzy bunnies, soft fuzzy bunnies, soft fuzzy bunnies.
Oh no, they're gonna fall from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would laugh hysterically if that happened.
It's raining cats and dogs. Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, you eventually
Literally.
come back down the steps. With the orb just showing the bright, clear blue sky. Probably the clearest
Wait.
sky you've ever seen.
And
Quick
Thea's just
question.
staring intently at it, going, it's just mouthing
Quick
to herself,
question for
"Clear
you,
sky,
Thea.
clear sky." Yes,
Quick question for you,
I'm
Thea.
gonna set that down.
This sphere, approximately what size is it?
It's about the size of a grapefruit or softball.
I was wondering if it would be something about the same size as what would fit in that hand.
No.
In Thea's hands.
Yes, and it affects the real sky outside.
Maybe we're supposed to change the weather.
Well, something that do you explain everything that you saw, including
Yeah,
the
I'll-
volcano portion?
I'll explain that there were a lot of different things, but I could focus on it, and it would show that thing.
Wait a minute. You were mentioning though that you saw a volcano.
Yes.
You say
Is
the
that
word
right?
volcano, you watch as the dirt falls away, opening the path.
What?
Ah,
Oh, the answer was volcano.
yes. My thunder is below me. My lightning is above. I push against the dust and crust as I push my enemies away. What
Yeah,
they're
it's referring
talking
to
about
magma.
is like the magma, the lava, a volcano. It's an explosion coming from the bowels of the earth. kind of makes sense. Okay.
All right then.
I'm like, so when I said volcano, it opened up the door.
It immediately watched the dirt, almost as if the dirt just kind of like somebody loosened the dirt and it just fell.
Just went,
Yeah.
well now.
Somebody.
I guess I was like partially right. I was like 10% right. I knew it was some type of natural disaster. I just wasn't thinking of that.
Well, he is the god of storms, and if you think about it, an earthquake is a natural disaster. If you think about it.
It is, but I wouldn't call it a storm. Like,
I don't pretend to know the scopes of their
I
domains.
don't sometimes understand some of them. That's the reason why, I stick to Heliod. At least, he speaks the truth. He doesn't do half lies and riddles.
And you see, Damocles like ends up coughing.
Gives me like a
sorry,
like a little narrowed eyes.
Sorry, that got something stuck in my throat. Probably a piece of lamb that I had. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Gotta be careful with that. Smaller bites. Chew more.
I'm gonna wrap this orb in like a cloth or something to carry it.
Okay.
I don't
We
want
found
to
an orb that can control the storm.
Oh, right. Give me a sec.
So we're gonna have to figure out how we can keep seeing these messages if there's more of them.
You watch as you guys begin to walk down this hall. As the dirt falls away, the dirt is replaced with marble. As the narrow passage begins to almost open up. And you are met with a light coming from the end of the tunnel.
Oh no, we reached the light.
So it is Heliod. Okay, cool.
As you guys approach, you come to a massive opening. The ceiling itself probably reaches about 200 feet.
Wow.
There is a large pool of water surrounded by marble. You could almost see a stone face sticking just out of the water with its mouth open as a small whirlpool seems to almost be emanating from the mouth. You can see some
coming in
lily
from
pads here. Yeah, you guys are coming from up there from that spot. You guys can put yourself on the map in that direction.
I just trying to make sure I understand the direction and everything that's going on.
Yeah. You see fresh like lily pads crossing the water, and every now and then you see a fish jumping out of a pool of water. I think we found where our fresh fish are from.
Folks, isn't this very similar to another pool of water we came across?
Lawton, you mean? Or just above it?
Yeah.
Are there any other exits, tunnels, what have you from this room?
This, at first glance, you can see there may have been an exit here and here, but looks like some of the ceiling had caved in and fell on those exits.
You're saying here and over here?
Yes.
So we're bottlenecked.
You, for a brief second, Thea, swear you saw somebody duck behind, like almost one of these boulders from up high.
Okay. How do I handle that? Not really leaving the entryway. Can I just kind of step over to Arthos and just kind of give him a elbow nudge?
What?
Look in my head.
What do you mean, look in your head?
Look in my head.
Detect thoughts on your head?
Sure. Or
Sorry,
I'm trying to get you to speak non-verbally to me.
Oh, okay.
Is that something you can do?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
You were like,
If that doesn't cost you resources.
no, that doesn't cost me resources. It's a mental link. I'm mentally linked with you. You were like, speak in my head, and I'm like, what?
I'll say that. Point out where I saw potentially movement.
Would I have heard anything? Since I have alert.
You thought you heard like the sound of maybe like debris coming from one of the other rocks, but that's probably it. It's just a
From over here.
no from over here.
Oh, from over there.
Cool. I'll take a few steps forward and try to see if I can see anything unnatural or unusual.
Currently, do not see anything at the current moment.
I'm gonna start walking around the far side of this pool.
Ooh, could I?
Like, I want to look like I'm looking at it, but I'm trying to look beyond it to where I saw the movement.
Okay. You begin to walk around, and up against probably the wall itself, hiding behind the biggest boulder, you see almost, it looks like somebody took a piece of a like drapery and attached it, put some stones on it, and made a tent out of it. Damocles currently has his shield and spear up, pointing it kind of just around the room, just doing a quick little 360 scan of the room.
Can we tell how deep this water is?
You look down, it goes at least 60 feet, but then you watch the whirlpool begin to almost, it's turning one way, it stops, then it turns a different way. Just always turning the water. And you see the fish kind of swimming in the whirlpool, just minding their own business.
So, does this face look just like the face that we saw in that other ruins or whatever?
It looked
For us to go to-
very similar in curvature and how somebody do it, but the depiction is not the same.
It doesn't even look to be like the same deity, person, or
It
whatever.
is not the same deity.
Okay.
This one, to get a closer look, it's supposed to be Keranos.
Okay.
Him it's supposed to signify him screaming and his hair rising up is what it's supposed to
Okay.
signify, and also the beard kind of just hanging from his. You can see they even carved the teeth too. Somebody took the time to carve this.
Okay.
Diomocles is going to be. Where'd you go, Diomocles? Where'd you go? Diomocles. Did I never make a token for you? Wow. Diomocles, I'm sorry. I'll work on that. For the time being, you guys are going to get. You guys are going to get Thrym. Because Thrym looks kind of like a... yeah, Thrymovar. There you go. You guys can use Thrymovar for the time being. As you get right there, you can see barely inside this makeshift tent. You can see almost this crouched figure hiding behind the tent. Looks like they got a dagger, like they're pointing it at you, like just in case you get close enough to the tent. They haven't moved though, but they're kind of crouched, kind of like in a defensive, like kind of like a cat against the corner.
Gotcha. Seeing that changes my plan. I'll just call out in as friendly a manner as I can manage. Hello?
Who are
Not
you?
here to hurt you.
How'd you get in here?
A bit of wit and dumb luck. And concern for Akros. Who are you?
I don't know. I found myself here.
Right. How long have you been here?
I've lost count. There's not a way of really keeping time here.
I can see that. How about you come down and we'll talk. We'll sit comfortably. My name's Thea. What should I call you?
I don't know my name.
That's okay. I'll take a careful step closer. See what she does.
Please, just go away and leave me and my fish alone.
Take a step back. We want to help you.
Make a
Most of
persuasion
all,
check.
Oh boy.
You can all hear this voice.
That's a 2.
A 2? They are not moving.
That's fair. What of ideas? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your fish. Is the voice female?
It is female.
Alright.
Older-ish.
Uh-huh.
You know who rules Akros?
Is that where we are?
Yes.
Yes.
No. I haven't been outside this temple.
Do you know what temple this is?
I don't know his name, but I've seen him.
Yeah. What does he look like? What does he say?
He looks like a man. Bearded, wearing a purple loincloth. His eyes. You could see the storm in his eyes. He told me that he would figure out a way to fix me. Help me remember who I am. But until then, he told me to stay inside the temple.
Well, I can see that being a very wise thing to do. Did he have like a sense of like electricity or energy about him?
Yes. It crackled when he was
Yes.
here.
If you'll allow it, I might be able to use magic to help you get your memory back. It might work, it might not, but I can try.
I don't know. He said for me to stay here, so
We don't have to go. Yeah, we don't have
You
to
don't have to go anywhere. You can try it right here.
okay, just stay right there. Just don't move from that spot.
All right. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm gonna like step next to Arthos, and I'm gonna try to, as quietly as possible, whisper to him. Can you see anything on the surface?
On the surface?
On the surface of this girl that's talking.
I can throw out detect thoughts.
At least just surface. Don't probe this poor
Yeah.
girl.
I will throw out.
She's
a
already
detect
like
thoughts
mentally.
to-
She's already mentally screwed up. So let's not make it any worse.
I will throw out detect thoughts and read her surface thoughts.
Alright, but surface thoughts, it's just... You read surface thoughts, it's not a save, correct?
No,
Okay.
I don't have to make. I don't have to.
Okay.
Only if I probe deep.
It's very brief, like, who is this girl? What does she want? Can she really help me? I don't know. The lightning guy said for me to stay here, and he seemed like he really is going to help me. But if I can get it sooner... okay, just... And you see she kind of...
Was there like any images or anything like that? Little flashes of images?
brief images of a man crackling with lightning around him. Darker skin, complexion, black beard that kind of just almost like...
I think she met the god of storms at some point.
Yeah, and you could see the belt, a purple loincloth attached to it. The belt has a dragon skull as a buckle. He looks jacked.
That sounds like Colonel or Colonel. Yeah. Keranos.
And lightning coming from his eyes. You can see
That
the
sounds
storm, the ever-churning storms in his eyes.
I don't think I have to do a religion check to know that that's probably Keranos.
She
Just from the
begins to
description.
step out of the tent. You see she's got this, like, purple cloak kind of around her, like, hiding her face. She kind of just begins taking small steps down. And you see she kind of lifts up her hood. She is a absolute stunner. You could see she has a purple, almost like silk dress. Also robe, very much like the loincloth, where it shows one shoulder, but covers the strap that covers the right, and this mess of black, tangled, curly. Somebody has not done their hair in a long time. It's just all over the place, but but behind the face, you can see these just very quiet cobalt blue eyes. You see, around her left wrist, looks like a yarn bracelet with beads. She seems to be kind of playing with it. Like almost subconsciously playing with it.
Where's Diamocles?
He is now turning the corner. And you see he stands there almost in a face of disbelief. But he is staying right there because he does not want to ruin the situation that Thea is trying to build right now. But you can see he definitely there's a look of recognition on his face as he turns the corner. He was doing like a soft little quick scan, like okay, make sure there's not any other enemies, no secret entrances that we missed this time. As she now kind of gets right here, kind of stands against this little. She probably stands at a nice 5'11", athletic build. Definitely has a warrior stance about her, even though broken. She kind of just sits on this little ring around the water. She's like, "You think you can help me?"
I can certainly try. So, question for the DM. I didn't read my spell components before I said that. So I was going to go with Greater Restoration. But that requires diamond dust worth at least 100 gold. Now, I don't have that. I do have a diamond. It is the one I have in case of emergencies.
That, how much is that diamond worth?
300.
300? How much is the spell component for?
100.
100?
In diamond dust, specifically.
You would have to turn it into dust, but it is...
Okay.
If you wanted to attempt it, you could try.
Having seen that, I actually don't, so I'm going to try something else. I want to take out the orb, slowly. Being as non-threatening as I can. I want to take that out, show it to her. I think this is something you may have used in the past. If you put your hand on it.
It immediately begins to glow. And you watch almost a faint spark circle up her arms and begins to almost straighten her hair for her. The curls get all,
That's
even
handy.
the knots that are there unloosen as they become now this just almost straight, long, black raven haired woman. I don't know how that happened, but that's useful.
Yes, very.
These pictures are beautiful. You see, she's now distracted. She's just kind of caressing it now, just looking at it.
What do you see?
Possibilities. Things that he has shown me. Things that he controls.
And
When I awoke, I found this armband not too far from where I was. I don't know what it means, but you see, he kind of shows it to you. It is a basically a purple yarn bracelet with beads,
Mhm.
spelling out Sai.
I think that was a child trying to say your real name. That's what they called you, Sai. That was short for Thea remembers her name.
Saimere.
Sayamere. Do you remember that name?
No, but it's a beautiful name.
I believe it was yours.
There's one name that comes to mind. And you see she goes
What is
up,
it?
pulls out her cloak, and she pulls out... Looks like she found a piece of rubble, and she took some of her own blood, probably from, where she was taking care of the fish upstairs, and she wrote a name on a piece of stone. It says Anax. What does this mean?
EM check. That was her husband, right?
That is King Anax, her husband, yes.
Okay.
That's the name of the man you were married to.
I was married?
I believe so, yes. You are a very great woman.
Do you know if this man is alive?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of strange things going on in the world. Some things that we thought were true no longer are. And some things we thought were untrue or could never be are becoming real. There is a chance he might be.
Okay. And she kind of holds the stone kind of like close to her, kind of. And she kind of looks at you just with these hopeful eyes. I guess whatever it is that you need from me to do what you need to do. I'm ready when you are.
I'll look to the rest of the group.
I might be able to do something for her.
I would need to crush the diamond that I have. Wouldn't have a safety net for a while. Do we want me to do this?
I am willing to help you however I can.
I don't know. What's his name?
I'm just thinking, it's like if this is who we think this is,
Mm-hmm.
most likely, I think the queen would be more than willing to replace any supplies that are used. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
I want to turn to Damocles.
Damocles, do you recognize this woman?
He nods.
Right. Well, Arthos, are you all right with this?
Do what you gotta do.
All right. Ezek, if you're all right with this, could I get your help?
Sure thing. I just, with Kyranos already trying to do this, I just don't think this will work. But if you all think it's worth giving a shot, I'll help.
I don't think it can hurt.
I know. Me as the player, I am 50-50 on this myself. It's the only time I got. All
I
right,
tell you what, go
we're
ahead
gonna do it.
and make a either Arcana or Religion check, your choice.
And they're both +4. Can I guidance myself?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Come on, dice, don't fail me now.
Can I assist?
This is something that Thea would have to know for what the range of her spells can do. So this would be
Okay.
just her, but
Okay.
good looking out.
Appreciate
what'd you get?
18.
18. In most cases, greater restoration would work. But when you look at her, you see something deeper. Like somebody did something to this woman. And you're sitting there thinking, now, just everything that's happened, everything you guys have learned, if Kyranos could not solve it in 15 years, it's probably not something that is possible for a mortal to do. In most cases, it would work, but just with all
The world is weird.
yeah, it's weird. You're like there. You definitely see there are. It just, and it's only because you
There's
know
something
the
else there.
limitations of the spell, and you know there's something else missing from this. There's something. This didn't happen just,
Willy-nilly.
willy-nilly. Somebody did something to her. And something that not even Kyranos could cure.
Okay.
The
Can
god
I
of infinite
cautiously?
wisdom.
Can I cautiously kind of walk around this way?
Yeah, you can do so.
And I want to just make sure I'm just, soft, cautious, calm. I don't want to, disrupt her or anything, or the conversation that she's having with Thea. But I'm going to softly say, Thea,
Yes.
can you check the back of her head or neck?
I'll give you a nod. May I call you Cece? Like the bracelet says.
She nods.
There have been some people we've met who've been controlled by bad people. They had something on their neck. May I look at yours and make sure that's not happening to you?
Okay. She kind of like moves her hair to the side so you can get a good view of her neck. Besides some scarring from like getting struck by lightning.
Huh?
No.
Good.
Yes. Kind of
Process of elimination here.
can I say that as I'm seeing that, I kind of get the idea that, this idea I had with the spell and greater restoration probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
We'll play it that way? Okay. Cece, I have some bad news, but I have some good news too. good news, you're not being controlled.
Okay.
I don't think I can help you after all. Not right now. Not yet. Don't know how.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you, though.
Of course.
You see, she kind of just takes her hand in. She kind of just puts her fingertips in the water, and you watch as she's got the orb in one hand in the water, and her finger tracing it. You can almost see some of the fish beginning to follow her lead, like she's like tracing something. She like drawing a picture, and you see like they're like chasing it.
It's a very special orb. Fish seem to like it.
It took me a long time to find my way out. When I finally did, I found the standing water. Took me a little bit to figure it out. But I could very briefly send a breeze that could toss the fish over the wall to feed them.
That's very clever. You said it took you a while to figure out how to get out. Get out of where?
Here,
Ah.
this is where I woke up.
I'll point to the whirlpool. Does that lead somewhere?
He came from there. He
I
said
see.
when he comes to visit, that's where he'll come from.
I think I want to walk over to Damocles.
He turns away, turns his back towards her, like ever so lightly, kind of like looking over his shoulder, like giving her a glance.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe she's alive. She's been down here this entire time.
I think so. Unfortunately, I can't do anything for her. And I'm not sure what's best to do, whether to leave her here or try to convince her to go back up. It might be better to leave her here. She's
No.
been safe for 15 years.
If we found our way through that, someone else will too. I will not let another one of my friends die. You see, he almost was going to say, rulers die. But then he changed it to friend at the very end.
I understand. It may take
Just-
some doing to convince her to go, but we will try. We will try.
Alright. I will let you and your friends work on that. I will
Right.
head back up and make sure that we weren't followed. And
All right.
prepare in case she needs an escort back. I'll be waiting upstairs.
All right. I'll head back over to DC.
As he walks by, he kind of comes over to you, Fezzik. He kind of stops for a second. If nothing else, make sure if something happens to me that Queen Saimiri is safe.
Of course.
Thank you. And he goes ahead and walks back up.
Trying to think also, this is the mother to the current queen.
No, Queen Taranika is King Anax's niece.
Niece.
They
That's
did not have any children.
right. That's right.
Between her vanishing and King Anax dying, they didn't really have time to have kids.
Yeah, fair enough.
Though a great reign, and they accomplished a lot in their short time, unfortunately, their reign ended kind of abruptly, shorter than most other kings and rulers.
Okay. I can remember how that relationship, the family tree
Taranika
worked.
is Anax's niece. Her parents died when she was a baby, and pretty much Anax raised her from that point on.
So she would have been around Cece as well.
As a baby.
As a baby, but kind of sort of like the daughter they never had.
Yeah. Basically.
I think I'm going to actually bring up... who is it again? Taranika, right?
Yeah.
Do you recall... It probably would have been just a small child at the time named Taranika?
A face. Small little face. Waddled in red. That's all I see when I hear that name.
You probably would have been very, very young when you saw her last. Very young. But would you be interested in seeing her again?
You see, she kind of looks down at the water. Her fingertips kind of stop. She kind of plays with the fingertips a little bit. You see, she subconsciously plays with the bracelet. I would.
We can guarantee that you will be very safe if you come with us. And we can ensure that you will meet Taranika. And you will have the support and the protection of all of us here and the entire city of Akros.
She kind of looks up at you. Okay. You see, she kind of stands up and I guess I kind of clean herself up and dust her dress off.
Do you need us to gather anything else of yours from your
No.
tent or anything,
No,
or
there's no, just there's nothing except a dagger that I took from upstairs to defend myself if anyone did find me down here.
oh, if it makes you feel more comfortable, I can get that for you too. I understand.
No,
I promise you won't need it, but I understand if it will make you feel more comfortable.
I think I'm okay.
Right. I'm gonna probably still grab that dagger anyway.
Okay.
If anything, I'll leave it up there on the where the
Altar?
book and everything's at.
Okay.
The altar. Thank you. I
Okay.
couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
Happens to be all the time.
All right. Anything else for Fezzik or Arthos or anyone in this chamber?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I'll probably like take up the rear here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna probably mutter like a short prayer to Heliod, and kind of openly say to this guy. I'm having a hard time
Keranos?
remembering the name. Yeah, to Keranos saying it's like you know, we will ensure her protection. She will be with us and under the protection of the champions of the gods. After, of course, I do my short prayer to Heliod for like, please help protect the city, protect her, help her however you possibly can.
Okay.
But then I do that open comment to Keranos, the champions of the gods
All right.
will help out. We have her; she'll be protected. She'll be taken care of.
Fezzik, anything for you?
I'm assuming you do a religion check real quick for that
Yes.
too.
Yeah. If you'll go ahead and do that for me.
23.
Okay. Keeping that in mind. Anything for Fezzik or Arthos?
I'm all good. What about you, Physic?
Still deciding whether or not I want to do this.
Okay.
I'll,
If you wanna.
leave it.
Okay. Alright. So, Thea, with you leading the way, Sai does accompany you wherever you go. You are leading the way for her.
I'm making a beeline for the main entrance.
Okay? You eventually make it to the main entrance, going up the several flight stairs to get down here. Come through the secret door that's still open. As you walk through, you watch the hand come back up, and the statue moves back in place.
Handy. Before I lead her out of here, I want to make sure her face is once again covered.
Okay?
I don't want
It's a good
other
idea.
people to see her.
Okay?
Exactly.
Okay?
And I was going to put the dagger next to the book on the altar.
You see, Damocles is waiting outside. None of the guards know who this is. I just tell them that they are a person of interest.
That's probably for the best.
Yes.
Until we can, work this out. I think we should probably notify the Queen.
She's already been notified.
And from there, I say it's probably up to her to decide if we should call the council and apprise them of the events of tonight.
They're waiting on you as we speak.
Oh, okay.
As you, all one by one, leave the temple, as you begin walking across the courtyard, the palace directly in front. Thea, it was a clear sky. As you walk out the door, you hear the soft rumble of thunder in the distance. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Goodbye, my friends. We hope you enjoyed the show. I wish we could continue, but it's time for us to go. Next time on the Bardic Cauldron.